It's week 9 of the 2025 season, and we'll get a look at Joe Burrow. He comes in 5th in passing touchdowns so far. It's the Bengals and the Patriots, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gooden. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9? And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. Here's May. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
May now off the bootleg. Flushed it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Burton. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Bengals at 7-1 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 28, counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. This is Brown going up the middle. Asante Samuel Jr. that time up to make the tackle. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Burrow looking to pass. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
That's another Cincinnati Bengals.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Andre Yoshibas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now this complete to Polk. Short completion, just 4 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. In motion goes the tight end. To throw, it's May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Patriots first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Got it. Ready?
They'll throw with May. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Now this defense for the Bengals, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Bengals offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's run the ball well to this point in the season, right there in the mix for NFL leaders in rushing. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Cincinnati. 56 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. That is incomplete.
With how the coverage was positioned, up was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it. Incomplete.
Touchdown! Mike Gesicki, 26 yards. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. New England's offense set to go. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season they could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
He may go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Groupie able to add the PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Gun. Stop. 11. Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
11. Let's get set. 12. Stop.
Now Burrow. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now it's Burrow. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Here we go. Stop.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Here we go. Stop.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
The Patriots offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The Pats at the line ready to go. To the air, May. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
Well, the league's best linebackers, he ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
Throwing here is May. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Looking to throw, May. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The Bengals set to take over. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time. That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
11 common.
Play action. It's Burrow. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out. The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Here we go.
Draw play for Brown. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Burrow. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Burrow going for it on 4th. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. He has really thrown the ball well here in this first half. You see the numbers, up over 200 passing yards already. Brown with the stick skills. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 35 on second down, Burrow. He's into space past the 25. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 14. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 10.
Gun.
Running right, here's Brown. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense.
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Chase Brown taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bengals go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Gets this. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
This one complete to Yoshibas. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Now back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Here's May. Short throw to Smith. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking for Campbell downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we reach halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up first and 10 at their own 37. Now Burrow changing things up here. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
11 mighty.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Let's get set. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. To throw, it's May. Now this complete to Polk. And he works free. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have a Patriots 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll throw with May. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Patriots get a bit closer. They'll try and run it here. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Got a man. It's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Open man is Yoshibas. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
An inside give, Brown. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
A short throw there pulled in by All. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd. Was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive... Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking.
Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a 2nd and 10.
Gun.
A give for Dillon running right. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So now the Pats offense comes on, and they'll try for the 2-point conversion. May going to try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter.
Let's go.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Keon White just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block.
He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
11. Shot.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Got a man. That's shorter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple.
Here we go.
And the give to Brown on the option. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 70 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Shot.
Burrow will throw. And he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding. Offense.
That's on the guard, Alex Kappa.
Still 3rd down.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Now Burrow. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Patriots offense and Drake May. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. To the air, May. Steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Throwing here is May. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. That one caught by Polk. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Looking to throw. May. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back to throw again. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Eluding the pressure right. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
From the gun on 3rd down is May. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. Here comes Peppers. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Campbell making the catch. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Here's May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Jalen Polk. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The point after, good by Groupie. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jamar Chase, 45 yards. And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Gets this complete to Shaheed. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. 3rd down and 13. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They're going on 4th down. May. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to win this football game. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That's to his tight end all. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Brown is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Burrow. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain. So it's the Bengals who come away with a win. And the man leading the way with